Thank you, Madam Chairman. And certainly want to thank you for holding this important hearing. Director McGray, thank you so much for being here and for your time. As we all know, the insurance industry is a large and critical component of our financial services industry and of our economy generally. The insurance industry generally employs well over 2 million Americans with stable and well-paying private sector jobs. Our insurance industry is also the source of many billions of dollars of private sector investment capital every year. These investments help other businesses get started, expand, and create even more good, stable, well-paying private sector jobs in all kinds of various industries. And while providing these direct and indirect jobs and other economic benefits, our insurance industry provides many millions of American policyholders with peace of mind, security, and compensation in difficult, unfortunate, and oftentimes tragic circumstances. But along with all of these positive factors, the insurance industry has some challenges that Congress can and should address. The first and most urgent challenge is getting Congress to pass responsible long-term National Flood Insurance Program reauthorization. Under Chairwoman Biggert's leadership, the House has overwhelmingly passed that kind of legislation with over 400 votes. We're all looking forward to a prompt Senate passage and the President signing this important legislation. But now we have an equally important obligation to carefully examine how Congress can help modernize the insurance industry's regulatory framework while identifying and supporting helpful industry-related initiatives. This raises important questions about the interaction between federal, state, and other regulations, the interaction of regulations among the different states, and how our domestic regulations and trade agreements compare to those of foreign nations in an interconnected global marketplace. In the end, our objective here is to create the conditions that will maximize private sector job growth, economic prosperity, and global competitiveness, while also ensuring that consumers are adequately protected and have access to a broad range of affordable insurance products. I look forward to hearing from Mr. McGray about how we can achieve these objectives. I won't have time to ask all of my questions during the allotted period, so I'll be submitting some written questions just to give you a heads up on that. But my questions will include things about the Volcker Rule, the SIFI designations, regulatory uniformity and modernization, and the NAIC's regulatory role. Given this industry's vital importance to the policyholders, American jobs, and the American economy generally, we need to make sure that our legislation and regulatory framework aren't going to have negative unintended consequences, aren't going to impose undue costs on insurers and their policyholders, and aren't going to unnecessarily limit our economic growth and our job growth as well. And so with that in mind, I thank you in advance both for your testimony here today and for your responses to the written questions. And with that, Madam Chair, I yield back.
Thank you, Mr. Dold.